Welcome to MindBlow, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The world was stunned. Philippines sitting on trillion-dollar treasure, massive rare earth deposits confirmed. On August 19, 2025, a joint Filipino international survey revealed one of the largest, most concentrated rare earth deposits ever found, hidden beneath a remote island. The news spread like wildfire, electrifying Manila and drawing the eyes of presidents, CEOs, and diplomats to Malacañang Palace. For a nation used to storms and struggle, this was a different kind of upheaval, a storm of opportunity. Suddenly, the Philippines was seen not just as a strategic location, but as a future commodity superpower. The find included vast quantities of neodymium, praseodymium, dysprosium, and terbium, critical for electric vehicles, wind turbines, and defense tech. The concentration and accessibility were unprecedented, promising to reshape global supply chains overnight. For ordinary Filipinos, it felt like a national lottery win, hope for better schools, hospitals, and a future free from poverty. Cafes and jeepneys buzzed with talk. Could this be real? Could this change everything? The announcement was more than geology. It was a jolt of national pride. On that day, the Philippines became the world's newest gatekeeper to the building blocks of the future, and the world was knocking at its door. Overnight, the Philippines leapt from the sidelines to the center of global economic power. Once known for its strategic location and overseas workers, it was now a critical resource holder. Rare earth elements, vital for smartphones, electric vehicles, and advanced defense systems, were suddenly in Filipino hands. Tech giants like Apple and Tesla scrambled to secure new supply chains, eager to break free from a single dominant supplier. The Philippine government faced a tidal wave of diplomatic overtures and corporate lobbying. The US, EU, Japan, and South Korea saw a chance to diversify away from China. China, the reigning rare earths king, now faced a formidable new competitor. The Philippines was no longer just a partner in security talks. It was a pivotal player in the race for the world's most critical resources. The stakes had never been higher. The world's attention and its ambitions were now fixed on Manila. Rare earth elements aren't truly rare, but finding them in miniable concentrations is. This group of 17 metals, lanthanides, plus scandium and yttrium, are the vitamins of modern industry. Tiny amounts transform technology. Media. Colorful periodic table, highlighting lanthanides, scandium, and yttrium with icons for tech uses. Close-up of periodic table section with rare earth elements. Neodymium for powerful magnets in EVs and wind turbines. Europium for vivid screens. Cerium for clean cars. Each element has a unique, often irreplaceable role in tech, medicine, and defense. The Philippines deposit was a jackpot, rich in the magnetic ore essential for high-performance, high-temperature applications. These minerals are the backbone of the green energy transition and digital revolution. Without them, our world would be less efficient, less connected, and less secure. The discovery wasn't just big, it was exactly what the tech and energy sectors had been dreaming of. Suddenly, the Philippines held the keys to the future. The world's most sought-after elements were now within reach, and everyone wanted a piece. The global response was instant and intense. Philippine mining stocks soared, commodity markets buzzed. Tech and auto giants convened emergency meetings, desperate to secure new supply lines. Governments moved fast. The US and EU sent diplomatic missions. Japan and South Korea signaled partnership. Investment offers flooded Manila. Capital, technology, infrastructure, all on the table. Each suitor promised environmental standards and economic benefits, eager to be the Philippines' chosen partner. In Beijing, the news was met with calm on the surface, but strategists saw a direct challenge to China's dominance. State media warned of technical and environmental hurdles, a subtle reminder of the road ahead. The global chessboard had shifted. A new power had entered the game, The rare earth discovery didn't just promise prosperity, it rewrote the rules of global power. For decades, China's near monopoly on rare earths was a potent geopolitical weapon. The Philippine find threatened to break that grip, offering the US and allies a path to secure supply chains. The Philippines, once a pawn, now held powerful leverage. Its choices would shape global markets and alliances. China faced a new competitor. The world saw a chance for stability. The era of a single gatekeeper was ending. The Philippines now owned a seat and a stake at the world's most important table. The balance of power was shifting, and everyone was recalculating. Across the Philippines, hope soared. For millions, the discovery promised more than wealth. It offered a future where families could thrive at home, not just abroad. Students dreamed of high-tech jobs. Rural leaders envisioned new roads, schools, and electricity. The government proposed a sovereign wealth fund to secure prosperity for generations. The goal: eradicate poverty, lead in green tech, and build world-class education and healthcare. Optimism swept the nation, but so did caution. Filipinos knew the dangers of the resource curse: corruption, inequality, and lost opportunity. The call was clear: manage this treasure wisely, transparently, and for all. The dream was not just for a richer Philippines, but a fairer one. Hope was tempered by hard lessons from the past. The scars of disasters like Marcopper haunted the national memory. Mining could bring devastation as well as wealth. Rare earth extraction is hazardous open-pit mines, toxic chemicals, radioactive waste. The risks to water, land, and communities, especially indigenous peoples, were real and profound. Political risks loomed too: corruption, inequality, and social unrest. The challenge was clear: economic progress must not come at the cost of the environment or justice. The nation faced a test. Could it build prosperity without repeating old mistakes? The answer would shape generations. Business leaders and officials pushed for rapid development: jobs, infrastructure, and growth. Environmentalists, indigenous leaders, and faith groups urged caution, warning of irreversible damage. The media and Congress became battlegrounds for competing visions. Proponents promised green mining and prosperity. Opponents recalled past disasters and cultural loss. At stake was more than money. It was the nation's identity and values. Could the Philippines find a middle path: responsible mining with strict safeguards? The debate was about the kind of country the Philippines wanted to become. The Philippines stood at a crossroads, its choice watched by the world. The decision wasn't just about mining, it was about partners, standards, and sovereignty. Western and Asian democracies offered cleaner tech and transparency, but slower progress and deeper alliances. China promised speed and investment, but with risks, lower standards, and greater dependency. The boldest path: a Philippine-led consortium, choosing the best partners and highest standards, keeping control at home. This would demand political will, expertise, and incorruptible governance. The stakes: true sovereignty, sustainable prosperity, and a future shaped by Filipinos for Filipinos. The world held its breath. The nation's treasure could build a new era or become a cautionary tale. The choice would echo for generations.